Sorry.
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
How's it going?
Should we do like a 10-minute countdown next time?
Because everybody loves the countdown.
It
They
feels
love
like
it.
it's long.
It's
We
like,
get a lot of positive feedback on that countdown. Not really. We don't. No, people hate it.
I'm working on something.
I know you are. I'm excited. So welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Monday Night Live Coin Q&A. Take a minute.
We have a big lineup this evening.
We have a big with 15 coins or something. Yeah, we have a big lineup.
Yeah.
So everybody, go! Get yourself a snack. Pop yourself some popcorn. Get some mac and cheese. Go potty. Whatever you have to do, because we got a long show.
Get you some pie.
Put some pie. So
like
say
some
hi to
pie.
everybody. Go way up here. M4A2 Master. Welcome, Paul Hampton. How's it going? Daniel Baker. Silver Bowl 30. Dirty Water Coins. Shannon Smith. Who's that guy? I don't know. Who let him in here? Bob's Pistol and P Dirt. Hello. Spikehead Die Crack. How's it going? Daniel Baker. Lucky Duck. Farm Bug. Alfred. Angie Crowell. Crowell. Sorry, I'm sorry, Angie, if I'm butchering your last name.
NGC.
Let's see, who else? Is Gringo. I know that guy. Original ATOG. I don't know who. Hiram.
One Demon. Did you say Joey? Joey's here. There's Scott Holiday coming in.
Nice.
T from my Silver Squad.
Hello.
Who else did we miss?
J-Rod 83.
There's a bunch of people coming in. Did you
Oh
say
my
Lucky
God. I think I did, but you can say it again.
Hey, Lucky Duck.
Danny Gray.
There's Eric. I missed Eric.
Ruby Red, DT, my Silver Squad, Indigo Demon, Reap What You Sow. Hello, everybody. James Glassford. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Lots of streams that you could be watching. We appreciate you being here. Yeah, we have lots and lots of coins to look at tonight. So
Well, we're making up for last week because it was a little shorter, right?
it
So
was, but we had great coins.
true.
We always do. We had a nice long email session the other night. All of us got on and worked on the emails, and you guys are sending in some great emails. We appreciate it. Great pictures. If you have any questions about how to submit coins to us, we actually have a video that you can watch, tell you how we like the photos and stuff like that.
I'm gonna link that.
It just helps us help you better if we get really good photographs and specific questions and things like that. So most of you already know that stuff. Sean, you have any announcements, anything exciting this week?
I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
Well, love you too, Sean.
Just a little bit. I got a cool trading card in. I got a Kittle got game. What?
Who got game?
Kittle got game. Kittle got game. That's so fun.
I refuse to believe that. I don't deny it. I just refuse to believe it.
Welcome, everybody. So if you're new here, we are the Live Coin Q&A panel. I'm Paula. We've got Amanda, Sean over there, Shannon, and Adam, Coins and Ghouls. We are on every Monday, and we have an email that you can send us your coin questions. We do our best to give you accurate answers. And we've been going for about, the Live Coin Q&A has been going for how long, Amanda? 4 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been on this channel for 2 years. And I can't think of,
It used to bounce around from channel to channel from the panels channels. The panels channels.
Ken Peavy, Professor Peavy, to many of you, actually started this with a couple of us, Shay and myself, and who else? Amanda. Who else was on the original? That's still on. It's not big. We've got Blues Coins who will be in the chat. Hopefully, he'll show up.
He's in there.
Anyway,
He showed
oh,
up.
is he?
Uh-huh.
Eric. So we started this. Yeah, Blues Coins was. We started this with Ken Peavy, and we, like Shannon said, we used to bounce from channel to channel.
Chris was there. Christopher Rhodes.
Christopher Rhodes, and someday maybe we'll get him back.
Hey, Gina.
He's got a girl. He's distracted. But,
They're having fun.
Ken passed away a couple of years ago, and we miss him. And Shannon has been doing some fantastic videos. We've got 2 out now because Ken just put out so much awesome information that we are just going to continue to share it. So if you haven't seen our latest video, it's about cuds, and it's great. Shannon did a great job and putting that together. So
it's easy content because
we lost Sean. Sean
Yeah,
left.
he might. Hopefully, he'll come back.
I don't know. Somebody in Paul Hampton, what'd you say? Did you make that?
Oh, thanks.
Oh,
Angel.
I will get you a toner report this week. I apologize. Last week was a little crazy for me. So.
It's okay, but I want you to talk a little bit about the ANA show.
Oh yeah, it was a great show. It's a big show, and you really need like all 5 days so you can see the whole show because it's so busy and there's so many things going on. And you know me, I like to cherry pick. I like to sit at tables, and I'll sit there for 2 or 3 hours. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get up and go somewhere else.
Yes, he will.
But I'll sit because I get so, wrapped into what I'm doing. Well, I find good stuff because of it. But I met the NumisMedia director. She's a very nice woman. She had a lot of questions about the channel and what we do. And I told her I wanted the Denver Mint to screw up more. And she said, well, we can't guarantee that because their quality control is just really good. But she's a very nice woman, very easy to talk to. I really enjoyed talking with her. I made some elongated scents for Paula. They have you can get all kinds of different elongated scents. So I made her a buffalo one, which is pretty cool. I met with Donna with the ANA, and we might be able to continue our little freebie month for a little while. So I got a little extension on that. And I think that'll be good for anybody that's new here or not a member of the ANA. So, and I found some really nice stuff. Found a couple really scarce cherry picker listed varieties. Shared them on the Facebook, so you can find them on there.
Yes, you did. You even impressed Ken Potter.
I did, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's so awesome. And we are giving away a membership tonight.
I got to find a question. I'll work on that here.
Work on that. We'll be giving away a ANA Gold membership tonight. So stick around. We'll do that towards the end of the show. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know what happened to Sean. Did he message us?
He said in the chat his internet went out, so he's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look at
thank you, Silver Stacker in Training. Gosh.
That's Stephen Parker. Thank you so much.
That'll come in handy if you ever really decide to go to a big show.
Well, so we actually have been talking about that. We got really excited about Adam's stories of the ANA, and the ANA, the money show is coming up in March.
March. Yeah, first week of March. Correct.
March, and in Arizona, and so we were talking about trying to. If we don't get to go to that one, we're definitely going to be taking this money that we're getting from the channel and using it to set up at a. Oh, sorry, you guys. Sorry. To set up at a show, one of the big shows, to do an educational booth and stuff there. So the ANA would be perfect for us because we already kind of have an in there. So keep our fingers. Yeah.
So thanks for that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So thank you so much. All of that, all of the money that we get goes back into the channel anyway. But that will really, really help to get us there. So that's one of our goals.
We also, by the way, still have some merchandise available. If
Yes,
anyone is
but it is not on our website anymore.
You could email us.
Yes, we
And-
have T-shirts.
Pardon?
We have
Yes.
T-shirts.
We have
Do we
T-shirts.
still have hats too?
We have a few. No, we don't have any hats left. I
No?
don't think, right?
Okay.
No
But
hats.
we have a few long sleeve shirts and a bunch of short sleeve shirts.
Winter
different
is
sizes.
coming. Long sleeve shirts. Yep.
And it's the one with our regular logo on it, like what Paula's got on right now.
Yeah, and these are embroidered. These were all done by Ida Herring. And these are all embroidered. Our hats are embroidered and our shirts. Shannon's wearing the shirt that Ida made for us for the Grove Show, the Best of the Best Coin Community. And we love those too. But these are the ones that we have for sale. If you want to purchase one, you have to write us an email, and then Shannon will get back to you and let us know your size. And Shannon will get back to you with if we have your size available.
What's the price on
I don't remember.
them? I don't remember.
I have to
Wow,
message Shay and ask him because I don't remember. It seems like they were like $22 or something.
Yeah,
Good
something
enough.
around there.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you very much,
Joseph.
Joseph. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Everything
If you
helps.
guys haven't hit the like yet, hit the like. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you're subscribed. It helps us out a lot. And if you have friends that are coin collectors, let them know about us.
Your friends and family, if they want to, subscribe, let them subscribe too. Why not?
Shannon just put our email in the chat. We also have a website that you can check out. It is livecoinqa.com. Right there, Shannon just put our website in. And we have a Facebook group, but I'll be telling you about that in a minute. So are you guys ready? Should we get started? Because we have a lot to go. Today is August 22nd. Oh my gosh. So this is our regular. We do this every Monday. This is a perfect time if you've been here before. Go get something to eat or whatever. We encourage everybody to join the American Numismatic Association. It is our national coin club. This is actually the club that we will be giving a membership away to tonight at the end of the show. Some of your perks: there are special events, receive free admission to the World's Fair Money and the National Money Show. There are videos, podcasts, blogs, coin collecting tips, online research tools, games, quizzes, and everything numismatic. You will enjoy exclusive discounts on ANA seminars and money museum auctions, coin collecting publications, books, supplies, collection, insurance, and much more. We have their website in our description down below if you want to check out more. You'll also receive, which you used to be able to submit to NGC as opposed to having a separate NGC membership, but now the ANA NGC has changed it, so you get $15 off of, I think it's $30 membership to NGC. Is that right? Something like that. You get $15 off a membership to NGC to submit coins to with your ANA membership. There's virtual money museum exhibits, explore spectacular collections of coins and paper money from the nation's largest numismatic museum. There are educational programs, access the best educational programs besides the live coin Q&A, programs in the hobby, webinars, seminars, lectures, correspondence courses, and much more. And you get a subscription to the Numismatist. There are 12 issues of coin collecting's premier magazine delivered digitally or to your doorstep. Our membership is for the gold membership that comes with the digital subscription. If you want to get the platinum upgrade, it's $16 extra. So Another club that we encourage everybody, especially you error and variety collectors, to join is CONECA, Combined Organization of Numismatic Error Collectors of America. Some of the membership perks are you get a subscription to the club's award-winning journal Error Scope, published 6 times a year. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite magazines that I get. You get a free U.S. variety coin, either a repunchment mark or a doubled die when you join. Only for first-time memberships, not for
Repeat offenders.
Repeat offenders. There you go. You get a club membership card. You get an invitation to the Errorama, the annual Errorama, including the awards banquet, the annual meeting, and the cherry pickers contest.
Well, I should do that one.
You should do that one, Adam. You totally should. You get access to members-only area of the CONECA website, where you can view electronic back issues of Erroscope from 2004 through the current issue. CONECA is also who we usually send people to first if they have a new discovery or if they have a question that we are unable to answer, which doesn't happen very often because we also have access to some of the premier error and variety experts out there. So, but if we can't, or if we want you to double check, because we encourage you to not take our opinion as your last, if in any way you disagree with what we say or you question it, we encourage you to get a second opinion always. So we have no problem with that. And we have a Facebook group. Coin Q&A is our Facebook group. It is a great addition to sending us questions, as opposed to sending us an email. You can post your questions 24/7 on our Facebook group, and you will actually get your questions answered typically faster in the Facebook group because we have a few people in there besides the panel members that help us out too. So
they've been helping quite a bit too.
They have been helping quite a bit, and they've been great in there.
Lots
So
of good people.
Chuck comes in and answers every once in a while. There's a few. So Joe Cronin's been helping, which is nice. So any questions? I found a closed AM, but on the wrong date coin. Okay, Eric, sorry. Well, how many coins would you send at one time to GreatCollections? Adam?
Well, I sent,
not a good guy to ask.
At this last ANA show, I sent over 120 to GreatCollections, I think. Raw coins and graded coins together.
Brian, who?
So it depends on what you have, and as long as it meets their criteria, because they don't just take your pocket change out of your pocket and grade it for you. You got to have something that I think they said of a $75 value or higher is what he said. He was telling people at the show that. I overheard him. So.
Matthew Valley is in our chat. He has a great Facebook group also. It's about Shield Sense. So if you have any Shield Sense or any questions about Shield Sense or whatever, he's your go-to guy. Joseph C., you don't ever have to apologize to us, ever. For any pictures that you might have sent or any questions that you asked. You don't know until you know, right? So you don't have anything to apologize for. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but you don't owe us an apology. How do you differentiate between a real struck through and a damaged coin? That's a great question. Typically, so you want to look for the defect only being on the obverse, not having any sign of it on the reverse, because they're two separate dies. The metal will flow into the defect as opposed to metal being pushed out. We might have struck through in tonight's lineup.
Maybe.
Yeah, we might. So if we do, then we will go through it. Usually if it's large enough, something large enough, even grease, if it's struck through it, any device that it covers you won't see any sign of that device, or it'll be like if it's a struck through grease or filled dye, it'll be really weak. So it usually will obliterate the design. So that's the best I can do, spur of the moment. Okay, let's get on to our first coin. My son just popped in. He probably is using my bathroom. He likes to do that.
Oh, I thought you meant in the chat.
No, he likes to come here before he goes home on his way home from work and contaminate my bathroom.
Just tell him to shut the door so we don't hear it. Nice.
Anyway, everybody in chat's like, TMI, we needed to know that. Why? You didn't.
Mm-hmm. We didn't.
Anyway, I have no filter.
Let's start from the bottom up. How about? Oh,
Sure.
No.
From George, 1943D, 1 cent. Good evening. I recently found a 43D wheat penny in a drawer in my father's room. Just this one coin. When I asked about it, he said, some guy gave it to me. It's fake, but it is the year I was born, so I kept it. I've never heard of someone faking a penny, but I guess anything is possible. Upon closer inspection, it has very pronounced doubling on the reverse. I looked it up on PCGS website, but there was not a variety like this listed. I also tested it to see if it would stick to a magnet, and it did not. I was just wondering if the coin was real. Could I get your opinion? Thanks for your time.
We had a counterfeit 43 last week, didn't we?
Yes, and this is the one we were trying to hook up to that one last week since we got them both at the same time.
Oh,
but
right.
we didn't have enough time. So, yeah. It's a 43D. It's a copper 43D.
It's not.
So if you look at that, look how far off that E and the P, everything's like rotated, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, the doubling is way off. And it's kind of like, let's see, it can happen either by casting issues. Is that correct? I think. And also, I believe we said that that whenever they're plating coins,
Yeah.
they use a electrical current, to plate coins, and that can really mess some stuff up too.
Yeah, I think this one's not magnetic, but it sure looks like a plated coin.
Yeah, it definitely looks plated. It's not real.
Now that's got like that casting texture.
Yeah, and the whole coin looks like that pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no really definition,
Yeah.
Usually a struck coin, you're going to have that definition. Not to mention this is usually a steel cent. Steel cents are generally,
they're horrible.
They can strike up good on earlier die stage, but once they deteriorate, they look like crap. Yeah.
Hi, Anna. Hey, Cindy. David Carlisle. Thanks, you guys, for coming in.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, so those of you that know or don't know, there's tons of different ways that they counterfeit 43 cents. So there's plating, there's cast copies, there's what was the one
changing the date, changing the date,
change the 8 to a 3.
Yeah,
all kinds of ways.
Was it a 48? I think they changed to a 43. Is that
43.
Yeah. Okay. I'll read this one. 2022 S proof set error from Steph H. Straight from the mint, like this, strike through something on Maya Angelou's cheek, right dead in the middle. Not the drooling on or die crack in the hair area. I can't find one anywhere like this. Have you seen one?
This is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Little strike through on the cheek there.
Proof.
There's
also a backup. Did she say there's also a die crack?
Yeah. Huh?
Was there also a die crack on it?
No.
Oh, saying it wasn't the die crack, it's a different error. That's what.
It's not the drooling, is what it said.
Right.
It's not the drooling or the die crack in the hair. It's something different. It's very cool. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's that huge. Now, on proof coins, it's always harder to get errors on proof coins. Usually the quality control is a little bit better, but still very cool.
If you ask a third-party grader, you mean, so if you send your coins into PCGS to have them conserve it, it is not considered cleaned. But sometimes when they conserve them, they find old cleanings underneath. So,
or I've also heard that like sometimes once they clean it, if it ends up causing some issues with the coin, then they will call it cleaned. They will. So that's something that you have to understand. You sign that for the conservation, saying that they could end up stating that your coin is clean because you had it conserved and they couldn't do anything with it.
I know that they have found damage and they have found old cleanings and stuff underneath coins that they've conserved. So, yeah, I didn't know that.
It's a touchy area.
But as a general question, no, what they do is not considered cleaning. It's considered
professional conservation.
Conservation.
They're usually vetted. You know, they have to. They have certain guidelines they go by, so it's not.
Oh yeah, they don't just get your average Joe Schmo grader and go, "Hey Joe, put that slab
Rub
down,
this
clean this coin." No, typically the coins that are sent in for conservation are higher end coins. So,
like I sent my Sacagawea in for conservation because it had a little bit of PVC on the obverse, but it's got the wounded eagle. So
yeah, I was just going to say, clarify for them so they know you didn't just send in like a normal Sacagawea.
Yeah. I sent it with my Annex submission because Annex charges, I think, $39 flat rate for the whole submission for conservation. So it's the best deal as far as conservation goes.
Nice. What else do they do when they conserve it? They just basically
usually
take it down.
They won't tell you.
PVC or they'll just try to remove it as best as they can, or gunk, or who knows, corrosion. They usually can't do much with corrosion.
Do they do it with a toothpick like we do?
What?
I can only assume what they do to it. They won't tell.
They use a toothpick or a rose thorn or something and dig it out.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm sure those are secrets that they don't tell anybody.
Amanda, can you click the slides? I'll be right back.
Dana, do you want to read this one, or do you want me to read it? Or do you want to read it, Amanda?
I can if you want me to.
Okay,
sure.
Go ahead.
1915S Barber Dime RPM from Original ATOG Coins. Wanted to get a second opinion on this. This dime is really worn. I'd estimate AG3 to G4 grade range, but it looks to have a little extra on the mint mark. It may match to the S/S RPM VP001. I can't say for sure since it's a well-circulated dime, so it may not be a way to tell. Figured I'd see what you think it is.
I did this one and did some researching and some looking.
Okay.
And I mean, yeah, it's a pretty worn coin, but not horrible condition.
I mean, it doesn't look bad. Yeah, I definitely see that there. Yep.
And yeah, it is definitely RPM. Which one did he say? It was the FS 501 or 502. I don't remember which one he said. But yeah, it was. It matches. There's a few markers on it that you can tell even with it being worn. So I'm pretty sure that's what he's got.
Is this a FS listed variety?
I thought it was.
I don't think it is because it's not listed on PCGS.
Oh no, maybe was it an NGC?
Maybe it's a variety
plus. Yeah, variety plus. VS 001. Thank you, Gina.
To the rescue.
To the
There
rescue.
he is. I recognize that
Yeah.
one.
And your internet's a little spotty too, I could tell.
Yeah.
Mine is-
I was just going to say, is that my internet? And here's-
Usually it's mine. Mine's always messing up, but today
look at
on
him.
its
Oh,
own.
he was like,
Am I froze?
you were.
No, you're not. It's just a little bit robotic sometimes.
What did
Oh,
Gina
okay.
So Gina said, she said VS, but I think she means VP, Variety Plus 001.
VP, yeah.
Mhm.
And one thing you got to keep in mind is if you're looking through varieties, you might actually have an NGC listed variety when you're looking, even though it might not be a cherry picker's listed variety. It might be NGC's listed variety. And some of those still bring a nice little premium. So don't just, disregard them for sure.
Well, there are so many amazing ones out there that are
Oh,
not
yeah. I mean,
cherry pickers
look at that.
varieties.
Look at that 58 D over D over D over D over D I found. Those are just crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they can't put everything in that.
Yeah, they can. They absolutely can.
So, mm-mm.
But a very nice find indeed. Yes, very cool.
So that's the Variety Plus photo.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. Very cool.
You can kind of
Good.
see on the tail, it kind of disappeared a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty worn.
Yeah,
It looks like there was maybe a little hit or something on that tail. But
It's a great find, though. Great
mhm.
find. Good job, 8Dog.
Paula, you want to read this one?
Sure. I get to read one. From DJ Numismatics, this is a $2 bill that appears to have a heavier grain appearance than most. Ink smear, Sean.
It's a very well loved $2 bill.
Yep.
Oh,
That's what it looks
Was
like.
it washed in some jeans, maybe? See a lot of those where it gets dark from, but it usually has a blue color to it.
Yeah, the dyes from those jeans. We'll get into the paper and give it a nice light blue appearance to it.
Yellow. Hello, JW. Thanks for coming. Treasure Charger. Hey. Oh, is Kittle in here?
Stina.
I think I saw him earlier. Yeah.
Wow. Kittle got game.
PVG crew.
Yeah, this is probably a spender, right?
No, that'd be my guess. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I would keep this one.
Yeah, it looks like it's just very warm.
You can get brand new $2 bills at the bank.
Yeah, they're still making them.
Yeah.
We got another one from DJ Numismatics. I believe this is a rarer note, but it has been so long since I found it, I don't remember. But if you look at the first serial number, it starts elevating at the end.
Oh, yeah.
about 3.
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely see that.
Yeah, a little bit.
So
Yeah,
they call that strong.
these type, they call them gas pump digits, where you have the digits that aren't exactly square on a line. They're quite common. Where they're more intriguing is when the actual digit is rolled over into the next. So where you have, like say a 3 and part of the 4 showing.
Right. Yeah, this just looks like a slight kind of a slight turn on multiple digits on the end.
Make sure you check that star note too.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, part 3.
Part 3, just a cool serial number. Cool
That is
one.
cool.
4 pairs. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
004.
Yeah, it's a star note.
It is a star
It's
note.
another star
I don't ever
Yeah.
find anything cool like that.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I think
I think it would be a keeper, and I don't know how much they're worth, but it still looks cool to me. I
would
keep it.
keep it.
Yeah, the value is pretty minimal on something like this. It's not exactly high up on the totem pole of fancy serial number collectors.
Also depends on that run size, right, Sean? Like on the star note too, right?
Yeah. Well, that one is a 2 leading zeros, 6-digit serial from what I can see. It could be from a run of 620, 640,000, which would be pretty short. So definitely check the website to see what the run is on that star.
Part 4.
Keep going, Paula. Part 4.
I have potato chip in my mouth. Sorry. DJ Numismatic. This is a 1974 Kennedy I got from one of my banks that their machine doesn't bag halves. So they hold them in the vault. This one has me baffled. It doesn't look stripped, and I don't have a scale at the moment to weigh it. Oh. Well, it's not missing clad layers. It's too well struck. It's too well struck to be missing both clad layers, I think.
No, you're absolutely right. I think this is more environmental, chemically altered type.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
because there are chemicals that can make nickel look like copper.
Yeah, and BT Service and Construction. Hello, and he just said, or she. I find those metal detecting.
I did an experiment with my grandson with a nail. He had an experiment thing from school that we did. Don't remember what it was. I think it was vinegar that we put in the solution with a penny, and we put a nail in with it, and it turned the nail copper. So I imagine it's probably around the same type of deal.
Yeah, somebody could have been experimenting with it.
Science project coin, yeah.
Oh, how many do we have here, DJ?
I think this is the last one. I think there's 5 images in
Oh, okay. Sean must have.
Yeah, I put it in here, but it was specifically for one note.
Okay.
One item. So yeah, and it's cool. No, it's a good learning lesson for everyone looking.
It is.
This is stuff that you come across, like that copper colored candy $50 will fool anybody.
Yeah. So do you guys know when I said that if this was missing both clad layers, it would be very, very weakly struck. That's what I meant by when I said that it's too well struck.
Yeah, it'll even be underweight.
And it would be it would have a lot of luster. I think it would be more coppery colored too than this.
So the weak strike. So would that be because the clad layer came off prior to the strike or after the strike? Are you saying
prior to? It would be like that. It would most of the time those are from the trailing end of the strip that they punched the blanks out of, and that the clad layering is just either the one layer or both is just missing on that trailing end of the strip.
So it would be a weaker strike because it's a thinner planchet.
Yes, and those dies are set to a certain striking pressure for the thickness of the planchet. So.
Right. Gotcha.
This is a 1940s Walker that has some issues with the mint mark. That's a Walker.
That is a Walker.
It has issues.
It's
Whoops.
eating up.
Okay, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Sean went nuts with the. I think he just put all of the emails into one. I think when he put the one, it just put them all in there.
No, this was the one right here.
Okay.
That I wanted to highlight on this.
So the last one was damaged, though, right?
Yeah, that last
we
one was
can kind of
down.
agree on that.
It took a hit. The mint mark took a hit.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Even if there was something on it, there's no way we'd be able to tell from that because it's damaged.
Right.
So go, Sean, you got this one.
Okay. Last but not least is a 1990 question mark with a cap die error that I sent to Sean. Who was that guy? Which I had sold on eBay, and it sold in his window for PCMR, but didn't hear back. I was curious if there was a way to prove it was a 1992. I know from the reverse picture you can't really tell, but it is all I have left to show.
No, there is no way to tell it's a 1992. He's probably asking because it's a close AM.
Right.
It's a 1990 something.
Yeah.
But it's still cool. I mean, come on.
This is the most promising addition to his email. So this is the one I really wanted to talk about.
Go for it.
So this is considered a struck through late stage cap die. The cap die stuck to the actual hammer die has thinned out quite a bit, where the actual design attributes of the die actually goes through that cap, like as if it was a sheet of paper. So that's why you're able to see things like Lincoln's profile on there. Oftentimes you'll see Liberty, the motto, and a full date. I've seen quite a few of these with a full date. That's quite readable. So
yeah, when it gets thin enough, then people think that it's also could be like struck through grease all over the coin, but it's different.
No, Joey, no brockage on this because it is a late stage. That's something generally you would see on a much earlier stage when the coin first is stuck to the die, because you're still going to have a lot of that the reverse details of that cap on there. So it'll come out backwards, mirrored, or whatever. And then as more structs are done, it begins to get larger and larger, and then it disappears.
Isn't the value usually higher as it keeps striking? Like for instance, you could see more detail, or is it more valuable when less detail?
It's more valuable when you actually have a brockage of some sort.
Okay.
On there. That's always been more appealing to collectors. On the other side of it, when you get to the more later stage profile of a cap die, it really depends on the condition of the cap, because sometimes those things will wrinkle up, they'll tear.
I like them.
They're going to produce all sorts of funny looking results when that happens, and that's when the cap is razor thin, probably thinner than a sheet of paper.
Yeah.
But really cool find, DJ. Out of all the 6, yeah, we struck gold with this one here.
That one is awesome.
So brockage, you guys that are wondering what that is when an unstruck or struck planchet gets kind of sandwiched in between another coin or another blank planchet or die cap gets sandwiched in there. Thank you for this Q&A, Holiday, Florida. Welcome, Michelle. Thank you. Yeah, this is a great find. These are fun when you find these. And on a struck through grease, when you get them that kind of look like this, you won't have the, you'll have a fully formed rim. So that's how one way the biggest way you could tell the difference between those. is that your rim will be it'll be complete. Like on the reverse, you can see that reverse, that rim is full.
M4A2 Master is asking if the no date takes away from the value for these.
No, you asking, it's not like the off centers.
Off center.
Uh-uh.
People just probably collect these because they are what they are.
Eye appeal and condition, and
yeah.
I'm with Sean though. I love them when the die caps get all wrinkled, and yeah, I love that. Or they have the die itself is split, and that die cap
right.
gets inside of it, and then yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah, that's cool. It's amazing that that little bit piece of metal can go all over the place.
Yeah, one of my bucket list coins is the actual die cap. I want to own one of those someday, but they're not cheap. Do you have one, Sean?
Yeah, I have a few of them.
A die cap?
Oh, an actual die cap? No.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's a bucket list item. The same way that I wanted a bonded
yes.
set of coins. Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever own them. They just, I don't know. They're very eclectic, for sure.
They're crazy expensive. Okay.
I can do this one. Rotated die cent, dirty water coins and collectibles. Just pulled this 1994 from a bankroll. It appears to be a major rotated die, possibly 160 degrees. Not really sure. I took close-ups of the edge to show that it isn't a magic coin of any kind. I also weighed it to show it is correct for a zinc cent. Do I have something here?
Adam, did you switch internet providers with Shannon? Because you're looking good, and Shannon's like all.
Maybe. I wonder if I'm connected to the wrong.
This one, yeah, very nice.
I think this one was on the Facebook group, wasn't it?
I think so.
Maybe.
Yes.
I love it when they have the staples.
They got the staples.
On the flip where you can tell what's what.
So it looks like a clockwise rotation about 340 degrees.
340.
Adam's agreeing with me.
340.
340 degrees. No, the way that these things are calculated, so the starting point for any sort of rotated die error is generally at 6 o'clock. If you're looking at the reverse of the coin, you're looking straight down the bottom middle part of the coin. So it's either left or right. So they'll use clockwise or counterclockwise, CCW, and that's how the graders attribute them as well. They'll either do clockwise or counterclockwise. So on this particular example, the rotated die event is minor, but it's counterclockwise. I would say probably 25 degrees if I had to guess.
Well, Sean, so you're looking at it the way it looks right now. It looks like a metal alignment coin.
Yeah, because it's rotated.
That memorial should be down at the bottom,
yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's rotated like this. What's that called?
Oh, well, there's coin turn and medallic
metal
turn.
Yeah,
alignment?
it's medallic turn. It's yeah, that's the way he's got it.
Okay, all right. So the rotated, yeah, it threw me off for a second. So yeah,
like
I mean,
160 or 170, isn't it?
Yeah.
160?
Yeah.
Yeah, the staple. I had to look at this like for a while, because it is like, I like end up going like this. Okay.
It's Kitty approved.
Yeah, Kitty approved.
Check for that DDR too.
I'm not.
I always look for that 94 DDR.
The doubled columns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher Rhodes has a great blog called Adventures in Coin Roll Hunting. And he has a great, let me see if I can find it and I'll post it in link in the chat.
Too late. I got you.
Oh, did you? Did you get the actual one with the rotation?
Oh, you want that?
Yeah, if you go all the way to the bottom and put in the search bar rotation or rotated die, it'll pull up the whole article.
Oh, maybe you'll have to do it. I don't see a
Okay.
search bar. Oh, wait. Dang.
All the way at the bottom.
There we go.
You found it?
Yep.
And he actually has like a little thing that you can print out that has the, what do you call it? You know, little thing with all the degrees. Whatever that's called. That thingy. It has the thingy.
The thingy.
That thing.
Is that the official technical term?
It's called a coin die rotation gauge.
Okay, thank you. That's
At least on his picture it is.
That thingy. The gauge. That was the word I was looking for. But
yeah, gauge.
And there it is. Do you see the double column? Adam's
no,
looking.
I don't see it. I don't see it. That one you can see from pretty far away.
Oh, wait. Go Adam.
Posted it on the we pulled that off because he had put that on the Facebook page, and he was saying that Paula, you posted it also on the Facebook post, so if anybody sees that, they can go there.
Oh, the link. Okay.
Yeah.
2022 Maya Angelou DDR new variety. This is from Dodger 455. I found this while coin roll searching, and I haven't seen this one yet. Have you guys seen this one? There is definitely something going on inside the earring. It looks like doubling to me. How many different DDRs of this coin will there be? Has someone submitted this one already?
I think we've seen 3. 2 or 3 now. 3, I think, though.
This might make 4?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah. But this
Can
one's
we get in closer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Another one for you guys to chew over.
This is going to be the 2009 formative years. Here we go.
Is
right?
this the first one, though, that we've seen that was inside the earring?
You know, I think we've had a couple people send us one, but the lighting, it looked more like glare.
Yeah.
So Dodger's pictures are really, really clear. It's really hard for us when we get pictures that there's a lot of glare on the coin, because we can't tell if it's doubling or if it's just glare from the light. And but I think we've had a couple that were questionable, either in the email or in the Facebook group. I'm not sure, but I think that looks good.
It definitely looks like doubling.
Yeah.
Mike M says he has 2 of those. Nice. Is that a strike through under the chin? Let's see. That under there? No, that's just the design, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that wavy pattern.
Yeah, keep an eye out on these earrings, on these Maya Angelous, because I have a feeling there's going to be more and more and more of them found. Probably on Denver, too. Don't just look at Philadelphia. Denver's probably going to have some also.
So what was that link? Michelle, if you go up in chat, Shannon put the link. It's Adventures in Coin Roll Hunting. He's got all kinds of great things on that blog. You guys should go through it and read it. On the right-hand side, there's like dates of different articles or blogs that he's put on that. So, but it's for rotated dies. I think it's Amanda's turn. Pretty sure. She's all okay. You got to make
2019
it fly down. Read it through.
River of No Return Die Gouge from Michael Ale. Hello, Sean and panel. I came across this variety, and I know it's a variety because I've found like 4 coins with this gouge over the last 6 months. I never paid much attention to this area of a coin. I was always looking for a bird on a tree. Gouge is slightly bent and goes across the water under the boat.
Continue.
I don't suppose it is a new find. Coin is 3 years old, but I have never heard anyone talking about it, and never saw it on eBay. It is just not as famous as the wounded eagle, or wounded bison, or even the wounded horse. Nothing was wounded on this coin. Anyway, if you or anyone you know ever came across this variety, is it rare, or is it a variety at all?
So you ask if it's rare, and you have 4 of them. So that should answer your question right there. If you have 4 of them, yourself, odds are you don't have the only 4 there are. So just putting that out there.
It's in a hard to find spot
It is.
if you're not really looking. I mean,
Oh, I see.
that's
I see
great,
it there.
you know. And true, a lot of people, you know, there's dye chips in the trees, right, and on that boat.
Mhm.
And if you start focusing on one thing that you're looking for on a coin, you miss something else a lot of times. So is everybody
there's-
going through the middle?
Yep. You guys see it? Yeah. Looks like a fly line. Exactly, Eric. From the tree down into the water there. Crusher of dreams strikes again, Lisa, right? And the crusher of dreams. No, your coin's not rare. Well, you know.
I'm sure there's many multiples of this, maybe even something that might be a little bit more
Pronounced. Or-
longer progression that might be a little bit stronger, maybe.
If it was a crack, probably.
Is
but
it a die crack or is this like
I
a?
think it's
more-
more.
I think
Okay,
it's-
gouge. Okay.
Yeah. Or a die scrape or
But it's pretty cool.
I mean, it's one of those interesting finds. I mean, if you like I said, if you like a coin, then collect it. You know, don't
Exactly.
let people tell you what you can collect and what you can't. There's nothing wrong with it. If you like it, keep it. you
Heck
know?
yeah. I mean, we know Ken had coffee cans full of dye chips. He loved them. He loved finding them. He'd find one and go, oh, look at this. Isn't this cool? Look at this little dye chip. And he'd go fling and then right into the coffee can.
Most of us are like taking stuff out of the coffee can and like, do I have anything?
That's right. Collect what you like. That's the beauty of the hobby. Me?
Yep.
From Larry H. I would appreciate confirmation on this. Fairly certain it is a no FG. So this is an interesting one. Sean and I kind of discussed this one a little bit. I think Sean answered it. Sean? Bueller. Sean.
No.
There he is.
No.
Go ahead, Sean.
The infamous no FG variety. There you go.
The unknown. There is no known. 1979p. No FG.
So you think it's possible that this is legit, though, right?
So it's supposed
Well,
to be.
it's produced the same way that all the other no FGs on the Kennedys are produced. It was an
Okay.
overbraided issue.
Yep. Yeah.
And it exists throughout a lot of coins, surprisingly. And then here we are with this thing. Now, it's unattributed. Nobody's attributed this thing yet as a new new variety or error or something. So I mean, it's as simple, when you receive things like this and you're unsure, sure, you could send it to us. We're just going to confirm what you have. But if you wanted to go any further than, a little investigative work, send it off to Kaneka and have them take a look at it.
Yeah.
I think he had mentioned that he put this on eBay to try and sell it, and he ended up with no interest whatsoever from it.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
and a lot of that has to do with nobody knows about it, So it's not that there's no interest. I mean, it is a Susan B. Anthony, so let's get that out of the way. It's not
a lot.
widely collected series, but
we know how Ken felt about these.
Yeah. It looks like a quarter, and it looks like a really miniature $5.
If there's a coin that I hate most, it's this one. I think it's so ugly.
Can you imagine the conversation they had when they were thinking, like the thought process of this? So maybe if we put Caitlyn Jenner on the obverse and just use the Ike reverse. That sounds like a good idea.
That sounds good. I mean, they could have just touched her up a bit. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They finished the Ike Dollar series, and they're sitting there scratching their collective heads. What are we gonna do to follow this up? And they came up with this thing. So I've actually been paid Susan B. Anthony's as quarters before. Lots of times.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Thank you.
That's the problem.
Yeah. No, I didn't complain.
Yeah, it's Joey. It's normal. It's the normal date. It's not the wide rim.
Near or far.
So yeah, I mean, it would be fun to send it in. I think I could. A couple of the photographs, I thought I could see a faint remnant of it. There's a lot of dye wear on the coin. Is it a struck through grease, over abraded dye? Most of them, I think, are over abraded dyes when they have these missing elements, but.
Yeah, Kyle, I have no objection over the subject. She has done a lot in history, and
oh yeah,
it's just poor execution on this coin. There's nothing that stylistically goes well with this, but it's a very 1970s kind of like I ran out of ideas type design.
Exactly. They could have done a lot more with this. They could have picked a better portrait of her. It's a horrible one. Or it was a good one and they did a horrible job. I don't know. But yeah, has nothing against her. It's the coin. Yeah, this is a great picture of those radial flow lines. You can see there's lots of dye wear on this coin.
Yeah. The only thing I thought was kind of cool on this coin is the rim. I kind of like
the rim
that.
was cool.
Yeah.
Different.
I guess they maybe did that to differentiate between a quarter and the dollar. Very possible too.
So Greg White, what about the new quarters don't you like? You don't like the obverse? Is that what you don't like? Because that's actually not a new design.
Yeah.
I like it personally. I think it's kind of a 50-50 toss-up. You have those that hate it and those that love it. I love it. But I like
it too.
I like the history of it, and the fact that it was done by a female and it's a women's series.
I think it goes well together that way.
I like it.
I think it's you, Shannon.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No.
All the way to the bottom.
Are we ready? Okay.
And go.
1979 Washington quarter lamination from Dodger. My friend showed me this quarter she got in her change the other day. She asked me what was going on with the reverse. There is just a sliver of the original clad layer left on it. The rest is gone. How cool is this thing that circulated for 43 years? Thanks, guys. This is cool.
Whoa. Yeah, that's split right off. Somebody pried that off. That was a clamshell.
Yeah, I think it
that
was definitely
along.
helped along for sure.
Or the clamshell that was helped along.
Don't do that, by the way. You hurt the value when you do that. So.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah,
did somebody do it intentionally, or was it caught in a coin roll? I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. That this coin's had a little bit of a life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys see the similarities between this and that candy $50 we saw. The only difference is, well, this is a clam.
This one's more worn for sure.
Yeah.
This one's been through, yeah.
But I will say that that's a very similar appearance to a coin struck with a missing cloud layer. This it wasn't struck with a missing cloud layer. This was what's called a clamshell split. So that cladding was split along the horizontal plane, and either somebody pried it up, because that's the fracture point there. Somebody pried it up, or it got caught in a coin roll machine or something. Something pulled it off. But that's similar to what a coin that's struck with missing clad would look like. Weak like that, and like blurry looking almost. Just weak and mushy.
Very mushy.
Weak and mushy.
It's smooshy.
Smooshy. Joe Cronin calls these assisted.
I do agree. This was definitely helped along for sure.
Assisted. Mm-hmm. But it's still way cool, and I would love to own it.
Yeah.
Because you don't see these very often. I have I think a Roosevelt dime with a clamshell split, but don't pick at it. Yeah, see that metal's like pushed up there, and
yeah, like they pulled it off and wiggled it to get it off or something.
Or it just fractured and got caught.
Broke off.
And broke off. Yeah.
Yeah, laminations don't take much work to take them off. I had one the other day that was hanging off, and it just broke off immediately. And I was like, darn it.
Yeah. So if it's only missing one clad layer, Indigon, it's not always weakly struck. Missing both for sure. But I mean, it's not always. I have seen missing clad layers on one side where the coin is well struck. But most of the time when the side that is missing the cloud layer, so that's very cool. Do you have any of these, Sean?
Do I have any?
I'm going to ask him every error. Sean, do you own one of these?
I do have a couple clamshells, and I thought about splitting them and grading them separately, and doing some sort of market shenanigans, but I'm not doing that.
Don't do that. Do you remember that little girl that found the clad layer that was a struck clad layer, that dime?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, but that was amazing.
That was something to behold, that's for sure.
That was a really cool find. Yeah, it is a cool coin, William. That's for sure. It is definitely cool. But if you guys ever find these, don't pick at them. Laminations, don't pick at them. Frank will tell you, don't pick at it.
Well, Indigon, the mushiness on the reverse there means that there was a nickel layer during the strike. So when it falls off, anything that's underneath that's going to be a lot mushier. Does that make sense?
Which is why they were saying it's like a clamshell.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of peels up, but somebody rip that piece off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
they
was ours.
literally ripped it in half. Well, it's split on the edge, and that's what a clamshell is.
Okay, I think it's your turn, Sean.
So we got some Maya Angelou die gouges. Yeah, whatever, Adam. From Joey K. Hi, guys. How are you all? As you know, in my town, the A&A show is here. Well, while cruising the floor, it came across the Mint's booth. They had some new awesome coins and medals. I picked up the Armed Forces medal, mintage of only 75,000. Anyway, their booth had a coin machine that distributed the new 2022 quarters. You lucky dog. They were the Maya Angelou. I thought, wow, I could maybe find a DDR. I put $20 in the machine, so out of the 80 quarters, not the DDRs I was looking for, but I found 13 of the cool twig and the bird's beak die gouges instead. Still great. I actually cherry picked the Mint in their backyard. Check them out.
That's so awesome.
And by the way, Joey, the Mint knows that these things exist out there. They knew from day one. So, yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
The director definitely knew that they had their issues. She's like, because I said, yeah, that Philadelphia Mint. She goes, oh, they're all really good, but yeah, they got the most problems. She said.
Yeah. How many did he get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
The lucky 13.
That's the little die gouge. That's like that quarter we looked at earlier.
Nice.
Who's Taz?
Taz, I don't know.
Razzmatazz. See, it says Taz right on the coin.
Taz. Oh,
I think that's the sound it makes.
Sean,
Yeah.
didn't they have like graded example of this that were
oh, there's
like
tons of them
that went for crazy money? Didn't you
in
have
the beginning.
like do one of them in your? I can't remember if it was pocket change.
Yeah, right at the beginning, I think they sold for like $100 or so.
Mm-hmm. Now they're
They graded out like Mint State 65, 66, which is just, that's like a normal grade for these, when they first hit the streets. But you want to know how common these are? Not only were you able to find them pretty regularly in circulation, but these were even in those 2022 Mint rolls that they were selling.
Right.
Yeah.
and that goes back to what we said earlier. You have 13 of them. You have 13 of them. How rare can they be?
Yeah, they're worth about $13 now.
How much are they going for? 13?
13 altogether. That's $1 a piece.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say 13.
I don't see these selling that well anymore.
Mhm.
It's like the drooling. They're like $2 maybe. Yeah.
Oh, and guess what? They're on the brand new Nino Otero warrants too.
We have one in our email right now.
Yeah, but this one, the twig. I mean, it's neat. I'll say that. However, there's so many of these that the prices hemorrhaged all the way down to like $1 or $2, and I don't even see them selling that often as they used to. Unfortunately.
It's very cool placement, and you have to wonder, did somebody do this on purpose?
Right.
Because it is really, really cool placement.
Oh yeah, they're on the Ninos, Tito's.
Ann was asking if it was, is it struck through a die that was hubbed through debris?
No, this is just a gouge.
It's just a
die gouge.
A very well placed one at that. If it was anywhere else on the coin, it wouldn't have been as special.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me like if later down the road somebody does a progression on the drooling die chips and it'll be like the new buy cent of the Lincoln cents, except it'll be the drooling quarter. Progressions.
The nickels that they now think are, instead of them being die gouges, they think that they're hubbed in debris. But this one has too pointy of an end, and I think it's just a die gouge. I think a lot of that's speculation, though, you know,
Yeah.
unless you're there. But you have to just look at it and compare it to known examples. And
All right, Lincoln sent struck through from Mike G. Thought I would share this. The result of the last box a couple days ago. I believe it is a 74 Denver.
oh,
Oh,
now this is a perfect example of, I don't remember who was asking about what a struck through would look like. How can you tell? This is how you can tell. This is a very extreme example.
Because when it's in the way of the die, it kind of takes away all of the everything. When it's especially, yeah, all the devices are kind of wiped out.
You know, I have to say, I think that this is one of the error types that, like, every error collector, like serious error collector, wants to own someday. They struck through cloth. I think it's one of the coolest.
It definitely is.
Yeah. This actually was posted in our Facebook group and we stole it. Stole it right off of there. Yep, struck through cloth. It's very, very cool. And it looks like it's a 74. I mean, you can
I can see it from here. Yeah, it's definitely a 74.
But you can see now what I was talking about when they were asking about one of the ways to tell a true struck through is the reverse is completely normal. It's unaffected because it's a different die. And the metal flows into that defect. The rim is perfectly intact.
That is so awesome.
Isn't that amazing? And this thing that's a circulated coin. I mean, it didn't circulate for a really long time, but that's a circulated coin. It was in a few hands.
Thank goodness it wasn't worn down where you couldn't see the that cloth imprint.
Or super damaged.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder if somebody had it in their collection and didn't have it labeled or something, or maybe had it labeled and whoever inherited their collection just, you know, I need new shoelaces. Phil D. I don't know if there even is a mint mark on that. There might be. It's pretty low if there is, but I think they are pretty low on some of them.
Kind of looks like there's a place right there where it could be a...
Paul thinks it's an S. We'll go with that, Paul. We'll just go with that. We'll call it a 74S. I don't think it makes any difference.
These have some value to them, too.
They have great value to them.
Yeah.
Very desirable error. Very, very desirable error. And this one has great eye appeal. The rest of the coin is in great condition. I want it.
Very cool.
I think it's Amanda's turn.
I love the subject line, by the way. 2 coins.
2 coins.
2 coins.
2 coins, 1 girl. From Paul B. Hi there. I have a key date V nickel from 1885 and a micro S open bud 1877 S $half. What do you think I should do with them? Thank you. I would say to send them to me. I could find some sort of room in my collection for those two.
Amanda, your voice sounds really deep and hoarse.
Send them to Idaho.
Oh, this is pretty. That's a pretty coin.
It is nice.
Gotta love a V nickel.
That one's not bad itself.
Can we go back to the seated? There we go.
I know he was asking what to do with them.
Yeah, I thought you already answered. I thought you already answered
Yeah,
that.
I thought I answered it. Yeah, but have you considered just that you have 2 starter coins to put together a really epic 19th century type set? I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, that would be pretty cool.
They would be great coins for a typeset album. Absolutely. Seated is one of my favorite designs. Amanda.
Well, that's not fair. That other one was so short.
Sean's fault. That's why he snuck in there to get it.
He grabbed it.
2022 P. Kennedy $50 from Steve S. Hi there, Sean. I bought a sealed bag of 2022 Kennedy halves directly from the U.S. Mint, P and D, all uncirculated, some in better condition than others, but one single coin was all ground down along the edge. Here are some photos. I'm wondering if this is something I should have graded, or are they just too common and no one wants to collect them? I don't know if this was caused in the collar, but I can't imagine how it would have been post-mint, nor how it made it into the canvas bag before sewing it shut.
This is a cool one. Brand new out of a mint sewn bag.
Where's the rim, or where's the edge?
It's there. Barely.
Barely. There you go.
Cool
Now,
partial color, huh?
beautiful coin and all, but I would still say put some gloves on.
Shannon had a little bit of a fit the other night when we were going through the email. Tell him to put some gloves on. You tell him.
I mean, it won't, it would just.
It's a partial collar, Eric. That, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of those chocolate.
Like the
Kennedy.
coins,
Yeah.
where you peel off the.
Yeah, because they always have just the half of it is like the read it, and that's where you peel the.
Yeah. How funny. So what do you think that would value at, Sean? Are those pretty popular?
More than $1, less than 1,000.
Yeah.
I can't really quote a price. I'm so bad at it, and the market is such where it could be a really small amount of money, or it could be a lot.
Right.
The right crowd in the same room bidding on this thing. Yeah, it's certainly neat. It definitely has some sort of secondary market value. But were we able to answer his question?
That's
About
true.
how this made it into a canvas bag? I mean, they just do,
Jess would hold it
They
by
just
the
do.
edges. Yeah, well, there's no. I mean, you actually find off centers and stuff in coin rolls, not super off centered, but.
Well, this is, I could honestly say this is the only coin, or one of few coins, that actually is transported in some sort of canvas bag these days, because they don't do it the traditional way like they used to 20 years ago, where you could get and obtain an actual canvas bag where it says Fed Reserve Bank of San Francisco on there, and then look for all the good stuff. That time is come and gone.
Yeah, these are ballistic bags.
Big, huge ballistic bags.
Yeah.
So pretty neat. Pretty
Mhm.
cool.
Oh, my turn. Sorry. $20 low serial number star note from William B. Hello again. I'm back. I have for you my 2004A $10 star note. It is a trinary note. It is a low serial number and also in decent shape. I have this and many more notes. Is this one worth selling, or should I hold on to it longer? If so, what kind of value might it have? John?
Another value question, huh? So this is a low serial number. It's a star. So it's got the best of both worlds. Yeah, is this like, well, we're getting bits and pieces of the whole note, are we?
Yeah. Do we have a full? Oh, that's a teller stamp, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
And a fold.
And a big fold.
A teller stamp isn't the end of the world.
No.
It's one of the most.
Yeah, we don't have full pictures.
Yeah, it's one of the most innocent, innocuous things that you can find on a note. I don't know. I mean, you're probably looking at like $40 to $60 in this condition. They do get a lot higher than that, but not too bad. Not too bad of a find for sure.
Oh yeah, Indigon. Michael's correct. They you will find fingerprints from coins straight from the mint. Absolutely. It's unfortunate, but it happens.
Oh yeah. I got an S-proof Silver Eagle like 5 years ago that had a friggin' fingerprint on it. At first, I was like, that's way too big to be a fingerprint. You know, it might have been like a big toe print, but no, it was a fingerprint.
A toe print. Somebody.
Needless to say, I sent it back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Your turn.
Do I get to do the dime?
You do.
1970 D Roosevelt dime, one of the best coins out there. From Todd N. I apologize for a stream of emails lately. However, I am doing exactly what you asked me to do on a previous email, which was to ask a specific question and send close-ups, etc. I want to know if this 1970 D dime is in fact a DDO and DDR. It surely looks that way from here.
So I don't want anybody to say anything. I want to see if anybody in the chat knows what we're looking at. So for your guys' information, this is not a DDO or DDR. But do you notice anything on this dime that's different?
The head of the torch, if that helps anyone.
There you go. There you go, Eric. Good job. They're so smart. I love it. Yep. This is the reverse of 69. Proof style reverse. Yep.
Yeah, it may be ugly, but it's definitely a nice variety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty cool.
And the way you can tell is there's two grooves in that torch. And that's not supposed to be there on this year.
Yeah, a regular 1970D would have a very soft, flat top of the torch. So these can be found at 3 different dates. The most difficult, and that's one that's on my bucket list, is the 69P. It's also on the 70 Philadelphia and the 70D. And I have about 2 rolls worth of the 70s and 70Ds.
Yeah, it's a lot more prominent.
Not particularly rare, but pretty neat nonetheless.
I'm going to share my screen.
And I don't have any 69s, by the way. That's how difficult that one is to find.
Oops, wrong way. There we go. So this is the normal RDV001, no grooves in the flame. There's the RDV002, the 2 grooves, 69, 70, 70D.
James asked if they're worth saving because he feels like he finds a lot of them. And probably like Sean was saying, if you're finding a lot of the 70s and the 70Ds, keep the ones that are nicest if you want to or whatever. But if you find the 69, then, might be worth
save them, right? It's like the 2009 nickels. Okay, they're notorious for being what we call a modern key because of how low mintage they are. What I do is I save them all, I put them in rolls, and actually sell them by the roll. The last roll of 70D proof reverses I sold, I think I ended up selling for $35. Mm-hmm. So
that's not bad.
Yeah,
off of $5 worth of dimes.
Absolutely, Shannon. Yeah, so also look at it as kind of like a bulk thing. The last roll of 2009 mixed date nickels, they were all really well circulated. I think I ended up selling for $50. So that's about $1.15, $1.10 a coin thereabouts.
Right.
So look at it that way. You could certainly do something similar to that. And there's enough of them out there that you could stack together quite a bit of them to do a roll really fast, especially if you hunt through dimes quite a bit. I used to, haven't done so that much anymore.
So PCGS has a EU58 at $42, and then it just goes up from there on the 70D. And of course, if you get it in full band, it's going to be even more. And it goes up.
It's hard. I do a lot of dime searches, and it's hard to find them in real high, grades.
So on the 70P in AU58, I'm just going with a pretty generic number. $47 for the 70P. And then let's look at the 69. Reverse the 68. We don't typically give values, you guys, unless it's something like this that we can just kind of look up quick. In 60, 55, they don't have any. In 58, they don't even have a value. So, yeah.
Just keep your eyes out.
Yeah, they're fun to find. I mean, for sure. And if you find one in really, really good condition, if they have any, let's see, 63 full bands, 150. So,
Eric says pulled 4 Mercs and 5 silver rosies out of $100 worth last weekend in a clip because nobody looks at dimes. And that's not very many people.
I would. It just hurts my eyes. I mean, yeah. So it's not a double to die for sure, but that was fun. That was fun it was nice to be able to give him good news and bad news.
Yeah, so that's just dye deterioration.
Yeah.
On that one.
All right, we got 1943p nickel FS103. So it's a silver wartime era coin. From Brian E. Hi, panel. I've had some pretty good luck over the years hunting for varieties. Back in 2020, I submitted a 57 Jefferson nickel FS101 quadruple dye ompers to the show. That was my favorite nickel find to date. That is until I purchased an old Whitman plastic encased BU worn nickel set. Oh my goodness. I thought I got a great deal for $55 and intended on breaking them out to fill my Dansko. Then I looked at the 43p under the scope. I cross-referenced Variety Vista and think this is the elusive FS103. The reverse is listed as the DDR01. PCGS has a lone pick of a VF20 with a very low pop. Should I trust them with this one or send it to Dr. Wiles? Any thoughts? Thank you for your time.
Uh-oh.
This
Do we
is
not have
our
pictures?
premier coin.
There's no pictures.
I want pictures.
What?
I want the picture.
That was it.
That's
Okay,
weird 'cause
everybody, show's over.
Somebody
What
share a
happened,
screen.
Amanda?
I said that was weird because I added them. I can see what happened.
So while Amanda's doing that, yeah, I do know that this one's pretty scarce. It's really, really rare.
Very scarce. It's very scarce.
Now, the question is, what do you want to do with it? Do you want to sell it? Do you want to keep it? Is it a matter of just getting it into a graded holder and have it attributed correctly? You know, these are all things that you know you have to take into consideration. Now, Adam will probably agree with me, based off of the scarcity of this variety, it might behoove you to send it to GreatCollections directly and let them deal with the grading.
Yeah, if they want to sell it, then yeah, that's what I would do.
Because if it's really scarce, what they'll do is they'll probably take pictures before they send them to PCGS, just so they have the coins, you know, imaged. So if the coin came back and they said, no, it's not this, or it's attributed incorrectly, or something to that effect, then, you know, they'll have the original photos of the coin that they can work with.
Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hang on.
Yeah, I see that smushed date. It's awesome.
I can't tell if it's switching or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a diamond. You know, that's a diamond in the rough for sure. That's a really good coin.
That E.
Hey, you guys see the splits, the splitting going on all the letters in Liberty, aside from the little bit of notching in there?
Yeah. That E looks like it has teeth, fangs.
Yeah, I'm just blown away of how nice a condition this coin is.
Yeah.
Very tough variety. Fine.
Yeah. How many did you say? Didn't you when you were looking at it, Adam?
It was like maybe
There was only like
seven.
like a few that had even been graded or yeah. Definitely an awesome coin.
Mm-hmm.
And in good shape. I mean, it just makes it that much sweeter.
That's it.
Very nice.
Very cool. Congratulations. Amanda brought something up. What do we have? What's down there, Amanda? Nothing. Oh, that's the old slideshow. Never mind.
Well,
Very cool. Amanda still, it's going to drive Amanda crazy now. Why didn't those pictures add? What happened?
Are we going to do a duck race?
Well, they're on the slideshow that I made.
What?
I said they're on the slideshow that I've made, but they didn't transfer to the StreamYard.
Weird. Maybe it hadn't finished downloading. That's weird.
Maybe. I'm not sure. It was a long one.
Yeah, it was the wrong one. We are not doing a duck race.
No? Dadgummit.
Yeah. That is a very, very awesome coin. Congratulations.
Yes.
Everybody, thank you for all your submissions tonight. That's awesome. And Adam's going to do a giveaway.
Yes. We get a question for you.
So for our giveaway, Adam will type a question in chat. He'll then read the question. Then we'll put go in the chat. And when you see the go, you can answer the question. You only get to answer once. If you retract your answer, that counts as a guess or an answer. So just put your answer in and put your hands up and walk away. One answer per person. And this is for a 1-year gold ANA membership. Thank you to the ANA for giving us these and sponsoring us for this. We appreciate it very much.
So question, Shock 4952, who is the person that sent in the Kennedy with the collar, collar issue.
I wouldn't.
Said, would you submit it to NGC or PCGS for grading?
I wouldn't. There's typically not enough value there to justify this grading it. Just label it what it is. And anybody who knows errors is going to know that it is indeed what you say it is.
Because again, if it's something that you want to sell, they're going to know, yeah, it's going to sell itself. And you probably, the cost that you put into it to have it graded.
Yeah, that coin is definitely part of the 99% of coins that don't need to be graded.
Yeah.
But I will say, Sean, that I want that W dime with the die clash that you showed.
Yeah, it wasn't wild.
Oh,
that's like the third example I've seen of that, and they're out there.
That is,
and people don't realize that they have them until it's too late, which is crazy.
Yeah, I imagine they didn't make a whole lot of dies for that.
No, they didn't.
I got to go check out my coin shop because I've never asked them about that set. I need to see if they have it. I know they bought a ton of sets from somebody recently, but most of them I think were in the 2000s.
Yeah, Annex would be cheaper too, Michael, but I don't even think that coin would. I mean, if you wanted to get it in a slab to protect it, if you're keeping it for your own collection, then Annex would be the way to go for sure. And you can watch. Sometimes they have specials. They run specials and stuff too. But I like Annex, Justin.
Eric,
I've sent almost all my error coins are from Annex. You guys take it on. Love you.
Eric, love you too.
Wait, Morgan.
Eric also mentioned that slab coins don't show those rim errors the third side errors very.
Where is he?
Because it's hard to see in that little.
Well, that's part of the reason why, Shannon, that recently they went with the pronged design.
Ah, right.
Instead of the inserts is to help show the edge as well.
Right, instead of having that
complaining about
circle one.
Yeah.
Love you.
That makes sense.
Here. Bye. Love you.
Love you.
MTN, you said you missed that. Where was the clash located? So most of the times into MTN, when you see the clash on the obverse, it's like in front of his face, sometimes on his neck, behind his ear, behind the head a little bit. On the reverse, it looks kind of like real weird outline of the portrait upside down. So you can kind of see that pretty deep. But that W, it was strong. So you wouldn't miss it. It looks really messy.
I sent a lot of coins to Annex this time because they seem to have their stuff together and they're getting coins out a lot quicker.
Oh, that's a tough question.
Yeah, I think you can find it.
Okay.
They might have to Google, but they might be able to find it.
Okay. So I'm going to copy the question. I know, isn't she cute? That's my little princess. I love her so much.
Since we talked about some scarcer, varieties and stuff, I think this question is decent.
I'm going to put the question in the chat. Adam's going to read it, and then I'm going to put go in the chat. Do not put your answer in until after you see the go. It won't count.
One answer only.
One answer only. Make sure you're on live chat.
So are you going to put the question in there, Paula?
Give everybody a few seconds to refresh their chat. Put it on live chat.
And then what's going to happen is Sean has a random number generator there, and we'll pick however many right answers there are. He'll generate a number in there, and whoever it lands on, that's who wins.
Do we want to do 1 minute on this, Paula?
Sure. So it won't be the first person to answer. We'll take all of the correct answers after 1 minute, and then Sean will put it in the random number picker. Okay, so I'm putting the question in the chat. Adam's going to read it.
Okay. Don't hit anything until go. Don't say anything until go.
Go ahead.
According to the URS scale, which is used to determine a coin's rarity based on how many are in existence, if 1,500 1943D FS 501 nickels are in existence, what rating would this be on the scale? Do we type go?
I did.
There we go. 1 minute. Starts now.
It's not a cat in a box.
Kittle cat, it's not a cat in a box.
Yeah.
Kind of all over the place so far.
Did you set the timer, Adam?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
The question, I'll read it one more time. According to the URS scale, which is used to determine a coin's rarity based on how many are in existence. If 1,500 1943D FS 501 nickels are in existence, what rating would this be on the scale?
Only guess once.
2, 1.
I think
Stop.
it's catching on.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we got people coming in right after. I think, yeah, we'll go ahead and take those last few that came in after the stop.
All right.
All right.
One answer per person.
The answer is 12.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see 10. 7.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only see 9, but did you check to make sure none of them are duplicates? Oh, I see 10 now.
I see 10.
Yeah, I don't see any duplicates.
I don't see any duplicates either.
So they did pretty good. So
Michael, can you check to make sure you don't see any duplicates either? Good night, Crosby. Thanks for coming. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Michael said.
If you guys are leaving, hit that thumbs up for us, please. Or the thumbs down if you didn't like it. We'd rather have a thumbs up.
all right, it's up to you, Sean.
All right, so I'm gonna hit this little randomize button right here.
Number 10.
So whoever the last one was won.
Holy moly, that
The
was
last one was Michael
Michael
Thacker.
Thacker. Thank goodness
Michael
Paula
Thacker.
said we're taking those. Congratulations, Michael.
Congratulations, Michael. Michael, please send us an email with your information or the information of whoever you want that ANA membership to go to. You can transfer this membership, especially if you have a youth. The YN program for the ANA is fantastic. Logan Wosteen is doing an amazing job. She just won an award.
Yeehaw, partner. That's right, Michael. It's you. Congrats.
Yeah, so please send us an email with your information. Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Next week is strictly questions in the chat. We are just going to hang out, answer your questions in the chat. We won't look at any specific coins, no emails, just hanging out with you guys and chatting. And so if you have any questions, think of them during the week and you can pick our brains and we'll do the best we can to answer.
We might have a
little, where to find the answer.
Might have a little something to do too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just
okay.
For funsies, you know.
Okay, for funsies. So we appreciate it. Thank you very much, you guys. What, Adam?
Make sure you put in the subject line ANA.
Yes.
So I know, so we know, and then we'll put that in the ANA folder.
Yeah, I'll just throw it in. I'll throw it in your folder, and then you can, or do you want me to throw it in the ANA one?
Just put it in my folder, and then I'll just move it to the ANA.
Okay. All right.
Sweet. Thanks, everybody.
Spread the word. If you know people that collect coins that could use some help, that's what we're here for. Thank you for being patient with your emails and us getting your answers to you. We get a lot of emails, so you guys are more than patient, and we appreciate it very much. Yeah, in the meantime, you can go check out our videos on our page and check out everybody's channel. All the panel members have channels. All the channel links to the panel members are in the description below. Only a few of the panel members put any content, and I think Sean throws a video up here and there.
Once in a while.
Once in a while.
Once in a while.
Something up
very rarely do I do that.
For giggles, he just throws one up.
And thanks to the super chatters. And don't forget, if you're interested in a t-shirt, send us an email and we can talk about that.
All right, you guys. Everybody have a really fantastic week. Have fun with whatever you're doing, coin roll hunting, buying, selling, whatever you're doing. And we will see you guys next Monday. Bye.